A 5-minute boat ride can take you back hundreds of years. Such is the case when travelers embark on their journey to Little St. Simon's Island, an ecotourism destination with verdant maritime forest and more solitude than you can shake a walking stick at. But it's not all fun and games. In fact, ecotourism is serious business, and those lucky enough to visit the tiny low-country encampment understand that they are paying to sustain the very environment they are enjoying. But this is no fad. On Little St. Simon's, they have been practicing ecotourism before the term was ever used.
Little St. Simon's Island is truly one of the, I'd say, longest-standing eco destinations in the country, if not the world. The reason is the Eagle Pencil Company bought the island in 1908 to harvest the cedar on the island for pencil slats. Yep, that's what they're made out of, just the cedar trees. However, due to being on the ocean and with the ocean wind and the salt, the trees were too gnarled, so they harvested maybe, I don't know, like 100, and then said, hey, this isn't going to work. So the owners of Eagle Pencil Company, the Berolsheimer family, bought the island in 1908, made a small compound area, which maybe 7 acres, and then the rest of the 10,000 acres has been kept pristine, the same way it has been since the beginning of time. Currently, we are trying to maintain that exact same approach. We have the only development at all that's been done on the island are some roads, dirt roads, that go out to some really interesting estuaries, birding towers, just a couple of things, and a gazebo out at the beach, and that's about the only development we've done. However, to get people so that you can really be a part of the eco aspect of the island, we have a number of different ways. You can go out on bikes. We have bikes. We go on bike tours. You can go out on your own. Another thing you can do is we have kayaks. We have skiffs, motorized skiffs. Take on your own canoes. Or if you want to have a naturalist take you, to give you a little bit more about what the experience is that we offer as well.
Recently, the ownership has made efforts to become even greener than it already was. Indigenous plants have replaced the ornamental varieties around the compound, and an organic garden has replaced horses that were decimating the native landscape. The garden gives guests a farm-to-table experience to complement their activities.
Native landscaping is a really great idea as a take-home. We've planted this garden here at the lodge with the idea of reducing our water needs and reducing any kind of insect or fungicide management. And so these grasses are native to this coastal plain landscape and require very little upkeep, and they're beautiful. They attract a variety of native wildlife, birds, butterflies particularly, and they provide a place of residence for a number of animals and insects that are beneficial to all gardens. So our garden here on Little St. Simon's actually occupies the footprint of what was once a cattle corral, and then eventually later was used as a riding arena. And now we're working on building the soils not only for vegetables, herbs, and flowers, but also to provide a platform for education and what folks that come and visit our garden and our island can take home and implement in their own backyards. We've been growing topsoil and compost as a function of this island being on the coastal barrier island chain, it's just pure sand. So we had to grow our compost. In the wintertime, we have a variety of different crops we can grow, and we begin to cycle those out into summer crops. So our greens are going to give way to tomatoes and peppers, things that are classically thought of for summer gardens, as well as a variety of flowers and summer herbs. Guests that come to stay at Little St. Simon's are treated to a variety of activities that embrace the natural landscape here. By locating our garden in what was once a cattle corral and a riding arena, we've been able to create a space where we can grow a crop of vegetables, flowers, and herbs for our chef to use on a daily basis in his cooking. This is a wonderful value added not only for our chef but also for our guests, and fresh food that come right here from the landscape. We are also looking at ways in which we can reduce our ecological footprint here on Little St. Simon's, and by composting all the organic material that comes from our kitchen, this is a win-win.
One of the concerns some people have about going green in a business is it's going to cost me a lot more money. What we have found is some of the things, yes, they do. The upfront cost is more. The geothermal systems, those cost more than regular systems. But other basic things that we're doing actually are saving us money. The recycling of the cans, the using the composting greatly has reduced our need to take giant barge loads of garbage over to the mainland and have that put into a landfill, and we're just processing it here instead. Additionally, the savings on heating, the savings on air conditioning, just tremendous. Again, there are so many ways that you can make an impact through being green, and one of the best for us is to educate others as how it not only being an ecologically friendly property, but also showing them what keeping nature the way it is really can help.
While other sectors of the tourism industry have flattened, ecotourism is growing at a 20% rate. It's expected to reach $400 billion a year within the next 5 years, according to the International Ecotourism Society. In years to come, Little St. Simons will continue to look very much like it did over a century ago.